How do you see through love? Is it through your third eye or your physical eyes? I have one simple secret for you. When to look for love and make it unconditional, you have to be able to see through your third eye and your heart and allow that to be on one accord. Hey, it's Coach Hunt. Welcome back to my channel. And I appreciate you guys. I was having a conversation and someone spoke about love, which is my favorite topic, as well as intuition. Love, self-love, definitely all on my Instagram channel. And here on YouTube, it's more of my intuition, more of my spiritual connection through my offerings and things of that nature through my coaching. And when this subject came up, I was talking about my love immersion, which is in a couple of days. And I'll talk more about that at the end. But I wanted to go through this conversation with you guys and bring it here because a lot of people see love so differently because there's so many aspects of love. Personally, my own origin story when it comes to love probably started maybe around eight. I want to say seven or eight, where I just fell in love with the shape of the heart. It was something about this symbol. This heart symbol just brought life into me. I wanted to collect it. I wanted to have jewelry in it, and I wanted to wear it in shirts and pants and all things. And I still do. I mean, if you could have a tour of my home or my jewelry collection, you will see that the main part is heart. And that's one of the reasons why my business is called At Heart, because, well, I have your greatest interest at heart. And I also have my greatest interest at heart because God has given me that gift to ensure that my love is always unconditional as as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I think about love is not a part of the ego. When I think of ego, I know a lot of people say utilizing your ego, or when you're in your ego, you're edging God out. And I want to say that usually my ego is energy, like everything else, but I'd have to say, when I know I'm in my ego space, is energy go out, like get out of my body, get out of my mind, get out of my atmosphere. And instead of using the ego as more so of my personality as a main, what is the way I want to call it? Like the main foundation, like my ego and my soul. I don't think of that. I don't think of ego that way. I think of ego as a component, which is it needs to be. We all need to be egotistical in a certain degrees. But then we have polarities and everything. You can't just be way over here and way over there. I have to have a sense of self, the soul evolving life force. My soul needs to have something to hold on to, and that is the ego. That is the mind. That is what it is, right? It's part of the personality. And through your intuition and through wisdom, which only way you can get wisdom is through knowledge and through time and age, because wisdom means you went through something. Wisdom means that you were wise enough to go through it and you've learned a lesson from it and now you can teach it. Knowledge is something that we can just keep bringing in. So a lot of people have a knowledge of love, but they haven't experienced love at I ain't gonna say all the levels because I haven't even experienced love at all the levels, but at this surface level type of love. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of people haven't died. And why do I say a lot of people haven't died? Well, I've had a couple of stories where I'm not going to say that, somebody brought me back to life, but I will say that I had a lot of spiritual connections with the other side, meaning I've had experience of love, I don't want to cry, whew, because every time I go into that space, the unconditional love of God and the environment of what we call heaven or the other side, I've been there. Literally, I've been there. I have stepped into that space and saw my mother and my grandmother and heard the voice of God telling me to go back during one of those crazy attempts. Let's just say it that way. And even though I've always loved love and God is love, and I know that I have God in me and I am love, I had not experienced that type of unconditional love ever. And you talk about a disappointment coming back to the reality of what we see in the 3D is so different and it's such a different level. Now I've had passions and crushes and I've been in love and I have love for my children, I have love for food and we it's just a whole different types of love. But when your third eye and your heart isn't connected for unconditional love, you see people as this space of energy. That's the only way that I can see it. Sometimes I'm in a crowd of people and I just am in awe to just think of everyone as just this piece of energy, this light in this body, and they're just moving around, they're doing things. And I'm like, man, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of light on this world, on this planet. And it's amazing. It's just amazing. But anyway, how to see through love. I went through all that to say how to see through love. There's an activity or ritual, if you want to call it that, where you can really continue to connect the heart and the third eye to be on one accord. And a lot of times I will say the heart and the mind, but I think of the heart and the mind on one accord is for action, and the heart and the third eye to be on one accord is to see the truth within yourself as well as the truth outside of yourself through the lens of love. It's a way your intuition is able to be softened into seeing through the eyes of God. I believe divine love doesn't hate anyone. I believe that divine love loves each and every one of us at every level of all our highs, of all our lows. I don't believe that there is a God that will punish us for missing the mark. I just believe we just have to come back down here and into the playground and just play and learn all over again. But those are my belief systems. So I have a lot of empathy to other people. I have a lot of, let's say, patience with other people. And I really try to be the empathetic listener that I am. And that's probably why the reasons why I learned what I learned through psychology and sociology and human services and all those things that make up me and my destiny and my calling for the world. I'm not a big talker. But I am a huge listener. That has been said my gift for, I don't know, 30 years. People say, "Man, you're a good listener. You allow me to speak my truth. You allow me to shed. You allow me to cry in your space." That's who I am. I've always been that way. And I invite you, if you have something to share, if you want to let loose, let it loose in the comments because that's how I listen. I listen through your words and I'm able to read your words, makes me hear your words through my lens of love. So I just want to give you a short tip in connecting your third eye with your heart. And that's really simple. It's during a 2 minute pretty much meditation and asking for the connection and then asking both your third eye as well as your heart just one question. You can ask, and if they both say yes, then you know you're connected. If there's a divide, then there's a disconnect. And then you want to ask for yourself you want to ask the, both the heart and the third eye to be connected so you can see the truth through the lens of love, through the lens of God's love. And many times those are the deeper questions when you really want to make a decision, especially about a particular person versus a particular place, because people will show themselves in ways that sometimes someone else doesn't like. You know, I remember one quick. Let's do a quick story. At one point, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, someone was in like an anger, like I want to say they were so angry that they were pounding. you know, they were just pounding some things that was in front of them. I'll just say that. Okay, I'll just tell you. I was in the car. They was pounding the steering wheel like they were a crazy person. And thank goodness we were parked. Part of me, even if we were moving, as soon as we would have got at a red light, I probably would have got out of the car because I don't deal with that type of anger anymore. I used to sit back and try to wait until somebody comes down, but now I don't even allow myself to be in that energy anymore. And so that person did all of this and did all of that. And I just looked at them and then I just opened up the door, closed it, and walked away because it was no need for me to go in and match their energy. It was time for me to be the water sign that I am and to diffuse that regardless of what they were going through. Because eventually I knew they were going to calm down. I didn't want to go through that issue because at that time I knew my heart space and my third eye was saying this is their truth, but that's not my truth. And it was time for me to walk away. So again, going back, you can literally just place one hand over your third eye or your forehead and one over your heart space and just ask a question like any question and say, um, how do I want to say it? What question do I have? Hmm. Only because I'm doing this video, I have no question to ask. But okay, just say something simple for the truth for your body. Is this cheesecake healthy for me to eat today? If your third eye says yes, then go ahead and have the cheesecake. If only the your heart space says yes. Because your third eye might say, sure, you deserve it, you need it, you want it, go ahead. And your heart space that says celebrate yourself, whatever that is for you. I don't know why cheesecake came up. Maybe one of you guys are looking to have a piece of cheesecake. But whatever that is, it has to be a unanimous yes or a unanimous no. And that's how you know you stay connected. And then if you're not connected, like I said, ask for the connection and then ask another question. That's the most simplest way that you can do that. And if you feel that you are not doing it correctly, you can always go in the description box and book a service with me. And I'm open and willing to help you with that. A lot of times you can also, especially when it comes to moving forward with a certain decision, you don't have to ask Tom, Dick, and Harry or Jane, Jessica, and Judy how you feel and why you should do something. You do it because you feel in your heart that in your heart space and in your third eye with the truth of God to know that that is what you're supposed to do. Remember, intuition comes through the crown chakra, but the truth of the world comes through your third eye and how you see the world. Um, yeah. So if you have any questions, please put in the comments. I want to know if you are willing to do this, if you can ask your third eye and your heart a question every single day, put it in your journal, and then do that for 7 to 10 days. Come back to this video and tell me how you feel. Tell me what transpired. I'm personally am going to start this probably today or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I want to do another 7, 10 days to really hone in on the experience that I want now that we are have moved into the fire horse of the new year, and especially before the spring equinox. Yes, I'm spiritual. I'm a little woo woo. I will, you know, talk to you in the real world, the 3D, as well in the spiritual world. Oh, I got something in my eye. And that's just who I am. I'm Coach Hunt. I'm a holistic self love coach that helps mature women know how to help navigate their lives to have the best life ever. And I do apologize. I guess it's an eyelash. I don't know. I'm not editing it out. You can just think of this as a live stream because I'm streaming through myself and I don't feel like editing anything out because I ain't got time for that. But yes. So yes, and I also have the Love Immersions coming up, which is in a couple of days, February 22nd. It is for the woman who is willing to bring in a more abundant self love for themselves, which is totally different. This is breaking open the heart space and really being able to know that self love lives within you, bubbles through you, and you drip out of self love, and you will be able to attract much more deeper connections with yourself as well as the people around you. I guarantee you that that will change your sense of being in your identity once you be able to go through this immersion, because you'll be able to have not just a practical somatic steps when you first purchase the digital download, but the actual live immersion will be able to help you synergize it and live fuller thereafter. I'll just say it that way. So love yourself 100%. Connect your third eye and your heart chakra. Hold on to the compassions of your life and move through this next 22 for the rest of this 2026 in a way that is fire and desire, like the song Fire and Desire. And how else do I want to say that? And through the lens and the eyes of love, because love is the highest, the most highest of the most high. God, self love, I mean, God, divine love, the universe, quantum, everything and all things, Allah, all of it, all of it. And I love you guys so much. I'm good. I love you guys so much. I have your greatest interest at heart. Bye.